This is CBS LA at 11.
Breaking news, a massive fire fueled by winds is burning dangerously close to homes in the IE, and it's forcing people to pack up and leave. Plus, federal prosecutors are on a losing streak when it comes to prosecuting ICE protesters, why the cases keep collapsing in court.
UCLA is not done dancing.
Bruins win and fans react as the UCLA women's basketball team heads to the NCAA championship. Breaking news, a deadly crash is creating a traffic backup on the 210 freeway in Sunland. Desmond Shaw is live in SkyCal with more. Des, this looks really bad.
It's a horrific crash here, Rutabaga. Sadly, we can't confirm that 2 people have been killed on the eastbound 210. This is before Latuna Canyon. It's the semi and that totally mangled sedan right there. The 2 that were deceased were inside of that black sedan. They were trapped at one point and succumbed to their injuries. The driver of the semi is said to be okay. He's actually inside of the cab right now talking to CHP officers. All lanes have been blocked now for about an hour. And so there's been no way to get through on the freeway. If you know Foothill Boulevard around here, that will get you through. But anytime someone is killed on the freeway, obviously it is a massive investigation. No telling when any of these lanes will be reopening here. Must avoid the eastbound 210. Deadly crash. 2 people killed tonight in Sunland. Live in SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Rutabaga, back to you now in the studio.
Desmond, thank you. And more breaking news now. The massive Springs fire still burning into the night in Riverside County. The flames have now burned more than 4,000 acres, and it is only 25% contained. Evacuations are still in place as the Santa Ana winds keep blowing. CBS LA's Hunter Sowards kicks off our team coverage in Moreno Valley, and Hunter, the winds are beginning to calm down now.
Yeah, Rutabaga, that's the good news here. We have seen significant progress in the last couple of hours with those winds, and that has really changed the tide of this firefight for those fire officials, because earlier in the evening, we're going to show you some video at around 8:15. Things got incredibly scary for the people who live in this neighborhood. That fire burned just right up to the homes. A number of people who've been trying to wait this out decided in the moment to just evacuate and get out. That is how scary it got for them. But the good news is nobody has been hurt in this, and there has not been structures damaged. An eerie view settles over Moreno Valley as the Springs fire burns closer to homes Friday night.
We're hoping for the best.
Earlier in the day, SkyCal over the scene showing just how quickly those flames spread, sending plumes of smoke into the air.
They were going door to door. The police knock on everybody's door telling them leave.
Oh, we're very afraid.
Many grabbing their important documents and loading up, not taking any chances.
I noticed it started getting orange outside. And I said to her, I said, wow, we experiencing an eclipse or something like that? And she said, no, it looked like a fire. And sure enough, look outside and you can see the colors coming over the hill.
Others choosing to stay as long as they can, hosing down their homes in hopes of helping save their property if the fire got too close.
Just hosing down the eaves just to take a little precaution. That's about it. That's all I can do. Not that it may not help. I don't know. Maybe it will. Yeah, there's a concern. I mean, we're out here. You know, we're all scared for the threat of our homes.
David Burgess said fire crews asked he and his neighbors to clean out a ditch near his house to lay a path for bulldozers in case the winds shift and it started coming for their neighborhood. In 40 years, he's never seen it this close.
Fire department's strong out here, so they're doing what they have to do and keep us aware and safe.
For many people here, the fires in Palisades and Altadena are fresh on their minds, and they tell us the winds felt especially unusual today.
Have the advantage that we don't have 60-mile-an-hour winds. Now they've been up pretty good today, and I don't see the burning embers that we saw in that fire.
As the sun set, many hoping these winds would die down even more and let crews get it under control.
You know, we trust in God, so, everything will be okay.
Yeah, everybody's staying positive out here. I just spoke to some of the neighbors in this neighborhood of Doral and Ryder Way who tell me they were allowed to return to their homes after evacuating earlier this evening. We had this entire neighborhood full of fire trucks. This is the last one left here tonight, so that just tells you things are moving in the right direction tonight, Rutabaga, but certainly got very dicey there for a second. We'll send things back to you.
Yeah, scary situation out there. Hunter, thank you so much. Let's bring in now meteorologist Danny Roberti tracking the wind threat. Danny. Thank you, Danny. Meantime, fire crews are gaining control of the Crown Fire in Acton. Evacuation orders have been lifted, but warnings are still in place. The fire is burning in the area of Crown Valley and Soledad Canyon Road. At last check, it burned 345 acres and is 26% contained. We will continue to follow the latest on the Springs and Crown fires, and meteorologist Danny Roberti will continue to track the weekend winds in her full forecast just minutes away. 2 U.S. military planes have been shot down as the war in Iran escalates. The pilot in the initial attack on an F-15 fighter jet has been rescued, but the second crew member is still missing. It happened near the Persian Gulf, not far from Karg Island, Iran's main oil hub. An aircraft involved in the search was also hit, according to Iran state media. That pilot ejected over the Gulf and has been recovered.
Operating low and pretty slow in broad daylight over Iran, looking for this downed aircrew. It's the kind of thing you would only do in a situation where you were willing to assume extraordinary risk because your objective is so important, namely saving some lives here.
It comes as President Trump threatened Iran about reaching a deal. There are also reports Iran has officially told mediators it is not willing to meet U.S. officials in Pakistan in the coming days. President Trump's hand-picked U.S. attorney is under fire tonight for an unprecedented losing streak in cases involving assaults on ICE agents. CBS LA political reporter Tom Waite tells us which cases are drawing new scrutiny and why.
This video, played multiple times in court as evidence, shows Luis Hipólito, a U.S. citizen, decking an immigration officer during a raid last summer. Hipólito was tackled and arrested. His trial just ended with an acquittal. His attorneys argued Hipólito thought he was defending a woman from a kidnapping from masked men. The jury sided with him. His attorneys say federal prosecutors in L.A. are recklessly prosecuting protesters, knowing they won't win just to please the White House.
I don't think they care what the optics are. I think they have an agenda and they're going forward with these cases regardless.
These are politically driven prosecutions, no question.
The case marked one in a series of staggering losses for the U.S. Attorney's Office since President Trump installed his staunch ally, former Republican State Assemblyman Bill Assaly, as acting U.S. Attorney. Assaly's record so bad, according to the L.A. Times, Assaly's prosecutors have failed to notch a single win in cases involving defendants accused of assaulting immigration agents during protests. There's been a total of 7 acquittals on top of cases where charges were dropped before trial.
The jurors here are not buying it, and the judges are calling prosecutors out.
The LA Times also reports a judge in downtown LA this week was so fed up with federal prosecutors for withholding evidence before trial, he dismissed assault charges against 2 defendants and said,
"This is prime time. This is not amateur hour."
We reached out to Assaly's office for an interview. We were told he was unavailable. We responded via email with written questions, no response.
I've been practicing in the Central District of California for about 28 years, and I have always loved working with the attorneys in that office. I would say 99% of them are just the ultimate professional, and at least 100 of them have left since this administration started.
Winning cases still comes with a high price. There's a huge financial and emotional toll.
It's extremely stressful and traumatic for these people.
Criminal defense attorneys say the tactics being used by ICE are having a huge impact on jury pools, as many jurors during the selection process say they are opposed to many of those tactics and are being eliminated before they can reach a jury. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Tom Waite, CBS LA.
UCLA is not done dancing.
The Lady Bruins make history tonight and are now 1 win away from the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. CBS LA's Brittany Ehrman joined fans at a watch party tonight as they cheered on the Lady Bruins.
Fans here at UCLA are still celebrating tonight after that big win. And inside the watch party, the energy was electric as people were nervous and on edge, but the Bruins still came out on top, making history. Cheers erupted through Pauley Pavilion after the UCLA Bruins took their shot at making history and won. We're so excited. The energy in here has been electric. With knuckles tight and teeth clenched, fans of all ages watched as the Bruins face off against the Texas Lady Longhorns in the Final Four.
I would not want anyone else representing us on the stage. I'm super excited for them, super nervous for them. I want this so bad for them.
For this family,
I'm a big Bruin, so I wanted to come and watch the women's play.
the Bruins' blood runs deep.
I'm a UCLA alumni, so I'm always going to be a Bruin, and my children are Bruins as well, so we're here to cheer on the girls basketball team.
By the fourth quarter, you could feel the momentum building with every play as the Bruins punched their ticket to the national championship.
I feel amazing that we won. We're just the best team our way. We're amazing. Oh my God. UCLA forever.
Fans walked into the arena full of optimism and left with pride after a front row seat to history.
We're here for my daughter, who's graduating this year, to win the national championship this year. We're here for UCLA, baby. Let's go, beat South Carolina!
And it's not over yet. The next stop is the national championship, where the Bruins will take on South Carolina, and the fans inside the arena tell me they'll be watching and cheering them on. In Westwood, Brittany Ehrman, CBS LA.
It was a close game. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction later in sports. And now to an update on the coyote attacks in Carson. The mother of one of the children attacked says the DNA taken from her son's wound and clothes matched the DNA found on the other two children who were attacked. Family members of the victims learned today the coyote was caught and euthanized after investigators determined it was responsible for multiple attacks.
You wouldn't normally expect to see a coyote act so brazenly around people. If a coyote is displaying these kind of violent, aggressive tendencies, that makes them a danger to the public.
There was also a fourth incident in the Carson area recently, but investigators have not said whether the same coyote was responsible. Sounds of celebration as survivors of the Eaton fire take a big step in rebuilding their lives. Our Lauren Posen is in Altadena, where one developer who specializes in disasters is helping residents deal with the chaos.
It's like the fire chose to jump into an area and just absolutely annihilate it.
When George Cunningham took the cell phone video walking to his home, he didn't know what he'd find after the Eaton fire tore through it.
Manor is 1 block away.
Both of his properties on West Manor burned to the ground. Fast forward 14 months later.
It's next chapter. We plan on doing the exact same thing, living in one of them and renting the other one out.
He's teaming up with a developer who's been through this kind of loss before. Homebound specializes in rebuilding after disasters. It designs, builds, and handles insurance and permits to get homes rebuilt quickly and with less stress on homeowners.
I am going to be optimistic and hope for the best, but, you know, I know construction can have challenges, so I'm going to hope that it can be done in 12 months, and if it's earlier than that, we'll be celebrating earlier.
LA County says more than 6,000 homes were destroyed by the fire and damaged another 600. Right now, about 500 homes are under construction in the Eaton fire burn area. The Cunningham's neighborhood has a secret weapon, though, a support group born from the devastation, started by Cunningham and a neighbor.
It helps you work through all of the difficulties because it's not an easy process learning, how to deal with the insurance and the rebuild and all the things.
That bond gives the neighborhood something to look forward to and more than just homes to come back to.
Look around. I think it's also the creatures, the animals, hearing the birds. You come up here at night, you watch the sun go down, and you're just like, wow, this is really peaceful. Nature's coming back.
Homebound hopes to have both properties completed by the end of the year. The company says all the rebuilds are being designed to better withstand future fires. Reporting in Altadena, Lauren Posen, CBS LA.
Artemis 2 is on its way to the moon. We're tracking the space flight in real time. Right now, it's about 130,000 miles away from the moon. The 4 astronauts on Artemis 2 are giving us their POV of Earth. Mission Commander Reed Weissman took these pictures and said they paused everything just to take in the view.
You could see the entire globe from pole to pole. You could see Africa, Europe, and if you looked really close, you could see the northern lights. It was the most spectacular moment.
This trip will take them around the moon to study the moon's surface, and for the next several days, crew members will eat, sleep, and work out inside the space capsule. It was leg day in space. This is Pomona native Victor Glover taking his workout to new heights. And we heard from Glover's dad today, who talked about his son's historic achievement.
I am extremely proud